See, I'm not angry, I'm just confused. The whole school system doesn't teach the most fundamental thing. We're taught how to deal with math problems, exam problems, test problems, but we're not taught how to deal with our own inner problems, which is the most fundamental thing in life. If you don't know how to deal with yourself, then how are you supposed to live life? And what really confuses me is that everyone seems to know that we have all these increasing problems with anxiety, depression, and stress, especially schools and governments, but no one's doing anything about it to teach the younger generation how to deal with it. We're taught how to count, we're taught how to cite the alphabet, but we're not taught the most fundamental thing, which is how to deal with yourself. So the thing is, we're taught how to deal with external things, but when it comes to the most important thing, which is dealing with your own self, your own thoughts, your own emotions, there's nothing about it, which doesn't make any sense for me. I'm not angry, I'm not spreading hate, instead spreading awareness on the fact that that is one thing that every government, every country, every nation should look into. Mindfulness, meditation, teaching the youth about presence. I'm just confused how we have all these problems, all these teachers, all these experts around everything, but we seem to neglect the most important thing. Forget the economy, forget politics, forget rational things. What about the most fundamental things? Why not teach the youth that about mindfulness? Why not teach the youth how to deal with your own feelings and thoughts? Why not teach the youth about life? And I'm not talking about anything that has to do with something outside of you, but life within. And that's one thing that really confuses me, and I just felt the need to come up here and just talk about it, because I think it's a very relevant issue, especially now, from the fact that we have all these problems, which are a reflection of internal problems, but at a greater scale. Everyone's dealing with their own shit. Some people have more power than others, especially what we're seeing right now with Russia and Ukraine, where these big leaders that have never come in touch with that feeling of inner being, of mindfulness, the most important things, and that's why they do reckless behaviors. That's why they do things without thinking about the long-term consequences. That's why they go against their own race. Now think about it. Why would you go? That doesn't make any sense. Why would you kill your own? Why would you kill in the first place? Killing is just a manifestation of someone who has deep hate within themselves. Anyone you see that hates, at their innermost core, they have hate inside of themselves. And these are all problems that come from not being aware of mindfulness, from being unconscious. So all the problems in the world come from the fact that a lot of these children went through so much trauma, so much negative stuff, and are just putting it back to the world because they're unconscious of what they're doing. And if you see the biggest leaders in the world, that's what they're doing right now, out of ego. Now the question is, how sustainable is that for the coming generations? How sustainable is acting out of ego instead of acting out of presence? Because if you look around you, if we keep going the way we're going right now, we're not going far. And that's why you should start flourishing inside your own self mindfulness. That's why you should start practicing meditation. That's why you should start reading books like The Power of Now or other spiritual books that have power inside of them. The question is, how long will this keep going? How much suffering, how much pain, how much violence will it take for us to realize that this is not the way to go? And we try to solve things at the same level of thinking that we had when the problem arose. And that's one thing Einstein talked about. You can't solve something at the same level of mind as of which the problem came out in. So the question is, maybe if you shifted your thinking and started fixing what's inside instead of looking for outside solutions that have no power inside of them, like guns or wars or crimes, you would start finding the truth. You would start healing. You would start truly feeling at peace. So, yeah, think about it.